back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman, and we are coming to you from all over the place, but that's where you have to go to get business news. And this is not going to look like business news, but actually it's going to affect all of us. So we have Ed Duggan, and of course, Ed is the governor's campaign manager. And I understand you know the governor reasonably well.
The mayor, yes, the mayor does, yes. The mayor, yes.
Oh, sorry, slip of the tongue.
Campaign for governor, so yeah, you get a little bit ahead of yourself.
Okay, good. Listen, let's talk about a couple things, Ed, and the first one is the state of the race. There's a memo that emphasizes some broad bipartisan appeal. Talk about that.
Yeah, you may have saw actually just first thing this morning, the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce endorsed Mike Duggan for governor. So it's we have a very unique coalition we are building, but that's what it's going to take to win as an independent candidate. So we've got 7 or 8 labor unions supporting us. We have 160 clergy members supporting us, and the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to have more endorsements rolling out. But what our base of support really shows is that we get support from both Democrats and Republicans evenly split. And that's what's going to take to win this race. And it's just, it's been interesting when you walk in and say to people, our prayers are going to be, we're going to make sure 4th grade reading levels increase. We're going to keep our young people here. You'd be amazed at how much people are aligned by that. And considering we have a track record of success in Detroit, the appeal to that message with Mike Duggan's background is just so appealing. And it's going to continue to show with more of these endorsements rolling out. We're going to continue to have both traditional Democratic groups supporting us and traditional Republican groups. Even in our labor endorsements, almost half traditionally support Republicans and the others half traditionally support Democrats. So it's been an interesting experience, and it makes it fun when you're bringing people together as opposed to dividing people. So it's been fun to be a part of.
Well, it's interesting, Ed, because at the beginning, everybody was like, oh, he's going to steal votes from the Democrats, et cetera, and they all had and he said, no, I'm not. I'm going to steal votes from both sides because people want things done.
Yeah, no, it's there is no evidence that he's stealing votes from one side or the other. It's actually evenly split. And that's what the polling has consistently shown. So that's, and we're going to continue to get more support. So no, there's no question that we are disputing that rumor every day.
Well, it's kind of interesting because one of the questions I would have with lower recognition level name recognition level outside of Detroit, I'm not real sure that's the case. But with that in mind, what's kind of the message to Michigan businesses outside of Detroit?
So it's pretty interesting. If you look at our polling, when our name ID is the same as everybody else's, we actually win the race. And we're actually winning in Southeast Michigan where all our name ID is equal. If you go outstate, 31% of people recognize Mike Duggan's name. And of that 31%, 26% have no opinion. They just recognize the name. They don't necessarily equate it with Detroit. So, we essentially are going around the state and telling people, first off, if you want change in your politics, invite Mike Duggan to your house, bring your friends and ask him tough questions. And he'll tell you his approach to governing, his background in Detroit, and why he thinks it's uniquely qualified for this moment in time. And I think second is if you look at everything we've done in Detroit has been bringing people together. There's a reason why we're getting labor endorsements and business endorsements all across the state is because he's sat with people at the table and gotten things done. And I think people are really hungry for change in politics, but also bringing people together to get things done because it's been a long time since we've gotten some big things done. I think it's really what we're telling people is that we're going to do some big things and bring people together.
It's kind of interesting, Ed, because the reason we're stepping out here as a business-to-business communication tool is because we don't see this as a political campaign. We see it as a who's going to get it fixed campaign. And with that, Detroit's transformation under Mayor Duggan has been cited a lot. What are the specific lessons there that are going to translate to state?
So I think the thing that he is most proud of, and he often cites, is he stopped the us versus them politics. So the mayor stopped fighting with the city council. They started working together to get things done. That doesn't mean they always agreed, but they did it in a way that was professional, and they weren't fighting all the time. He stopped the us versus them with state government. He stopped fighting with the suburbs, and he brought everyone together. I think if you're trying to get some big things done, you got to have big goals. You got to get people working together to achieve them. And I think that is what his unique skill set was in bringing people together. And again, I think it's why you saw, the Detroit Regional Chamber of Commerce endorse this morning is, he's gotten things done that nobody thought possible. And we're going to continue to do that across the state.
Well, when you get a business organization really verifying a former Democrat, that's big news. That means they're not too much in either camp. They're more about the mission. Ed, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. Good luck with the campaign. Ed Duggan, Duggan for Governor campaign manager in Detroit, Michigan. Give our best.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me.
All right, bud. Good to have you. Good. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, and we'll be back with more.